What's up, y'all? It's Baso Profondo, and I'm here today to talk about stability and always. Stability is basically the stability I'm talking about is when you in a certain state, when basically if you're an adult with no kids, make sure when you do have kids, right, you have a place that you can you make sure when you have them in one place, don't move them around. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pure example of that. It's not a good idea. It leads to, being unstable, not really holding on to certain people. Now, not when you move, you don't miss anything. Like everywhere I move from, in my life, like I told you, I'm from Minnesota. I moved to North Carolina. I moved to Florida, but these weren't my choices. These were my parents' choices, and for this, I really don't really have a connection with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of like how the government supremacy kind of wants it. Supremacy, I'll say, because when you don't have a foundation, that means you're unstable. That's the way they want you. That's kind of how they want it. So my parents kind of played into their will, and it's not honestly probably their fault. They probably raised rent. They could said you can't live here no more. When we did grow up at, they probably well, who knows? My dad is a cheater, so he brought another kid home. We moved to Charlotte, and that kind of fucked my life up. Now I don't really hold on to nothing. I don't believe in relationships. I don't really believe in like even relationships with my certain family members. I don't believe in that either. But there's only some things like it's kind of like a caste system, and it depends where you stand at. Because a lot of people, to me, I would never hold on to a lot of people to keep it 100 with you. Like when I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of family members. Like, for example, I never had cousins like that. I have cousins, but I didn't have uncles. I didn't have aunts. I never had an uncle. I never had an auntie. Um, Grandparents never really had them either, because they, in the mind, they weren't there. They from the 80s and all that 70s shit, so, there's no way in hell they would have been stable. The only way you would have been stable if you were really, like, ambitious and really tolerant of handling certain pressure under stigma. But pretty much, if you try to keep like when I have kids, I'm gonna try to keep it as, like it's gonna be in one state. I'm not gonna be moving around and doing all this and that. That's why you do that while in your 20s and 30s. Like I always say, remember your 20s and 30s because these are the years right here where you want to be free to settle down, get a house somewhere and don't keep moving around and keep moving to different places because that affects a lot of people, especially a lot of your loved ones. And then there's a lot of people that's ruthless and they don't look back, they don't care. It's not they feel like just because it don't affect them, it don't affect others. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. It's based off our Fondo. Peace.